believe we are on. Trying to find myself on my phone. There we are. Oh, okay. Ohayo gozaimasu. Okay, so again, as usual, I'm streaming myself on my phone. If you have any questions, just leave them here. We have a few minutes, so we'll wait 2 more minutes until 9:55. That's usually when we start. We usually end around 10:55. And then immediately after this live broadcast, there's another live broadcast that will start. It's a trilingual Bible study, usually English, Spanish, and Japanese. So if you're interested in practicing your Japanese more, or even your Spanish or English, right, you can join in on that. You might even learn something about life. Let's go ahead and lock my door really quick. Okay, now we're ready. Isn't this crazy? It's 2020, September 5th, and we are still living, learning, working from the comforts of our homes. I was thinking about it just a few minutes ago and how no one could have ever expected, everyone to be inside for this long. It's absolutely crazy. One more minute and then we'll get started. Ohayo gozaimasu. Many thanks to Yui Sensei and Saoru Sensei for leading this JCC, this Japanese Christian community in Miami. I am very much eager to get back to live classes and live Bible studies. I miss everyone. I hope everyone's safe and doing well. I know a few people who've actually gotten COVID-19. And everyone I know who's gotten it, everyone who I know personally who's gotten it, has recovered and they're doing okay. They're doing well. I'm fine. My family's fine, so that's good. I'm always praying for everyone's health, and safety, and that this virus would go away. All right, it is 9:55, so let's get started here. As usual, if you have any questions or comments, just type them below in the comments section. I'll try to read. I'll try to be vigilant and watch the comments as much as I can. This is the website that we'll be utilizing today, a1.marugotoweb.jp. We've been utilizing this website for, what, a year, 2 years now? 2 years, yeah. And this is the Marugoto book that we will be using, the curriculum. So today's lesson 6. どこで食べますか? Try saying these with me if you can, after I say them. どこで食べますか? どこで食べますか? And someone always asks, when you say mas right here, do you say the u sound at the end, masu? Not really. We don't really say that so much in Japanese. We just kind of drop the u sound and it's just tabemasu. Okay? And ka on the end makes it a question. If you've watched any of my videos before, you know ka makes questions in Japanese. どこで食べますか? Okay, 食べますか? Doko means where. De means at. So where at, 食べます. 食べます means to eat, right? Eat. And ka makes it a question. So what kind of question, logically in English, what kind of question could this be? Where at, eat, question mark, right? There is an understood you, right? This is all about context. If I'm asking this and I'm speaking with someone and I'm saying, どこで食べますか? Obviously, I'm asking, where do you eat? Where will you eat? Could also be another translation. Where will you eat? Where do you eat? So let's look at some places. This section is called 今日はどこで食べますか? 今日はどこで食べますか? You know most of this already. どこで食べますか? Where will you eat? Here's some maybe new information. 今日は Try that. 今日は Okay. 今日 means today. は means as for, pretty much. So as for today, about today, where will you eat? In more natural English, where are you going to eat today? Where will you eat today? Okay, we have some restaurants here, some different types of food, different style of food, and then their respective restaurants with someone who I guess works there in a uniform. Let's go through these very quickly. These are some dishes you will see in Japan commonly. We have A up here, kare. Kare. This is curry. Oh, and I love curry, especially Japanese curry. Oh, so good. Kare. All right. If you ever go to Japan, try kare. It's really good. B over here, hamburger. Hamburger. Okay. This is obviously hamburgers, right? Hamburger. Hamburger. C right here, udon. 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 Right? Udon. These are Japanese noodles, kind of thicker noodles. And then we have soba. Soba noodles. These are usually a little thinner and that color. I've never really liked that color. And then I would say colder. Usually these are eaten cold. Soba. Right? Soba. So let's move on to this kind of dialogue here. Repeat after me. 好きな料理は何ですか？好きな料理は何ですか？ Let's break this down. This is a question, right? It ends in か. Ends in か. 好きな料理は何ですか？好きな means your favorite or your preferred. 料理 is a meal or like a food, right? A dish, if you will. So your preferred dish, wa, right? Wa as for. So as for your preferred dish, 何ですか? This is the question. 何ですか? Nan comes from the word nani. And if you've studied Japanese at all, you know that nani means what. It means the question, what? Nani. When nani comes before the phrase desu ka, it shortens to nan. Nan desu ka? So what is, right? What is? And the implied subject is you. What is your favorite meal? What is your favorite dish? And we have some answers on the right. Kare desu. Kare desu. Right? It is curry. Right? My favorite meal is curry, basically. If you have two favorite meals, you could do this. Kare to sushi desu. Kare to sushi desu. Right? Curry and sushi. We all know sushi, right? Kare to sushi desu. Remember, the to connects two different things. It can connect more, like you make a list of things, right? If you just want to say two meals that you like, you use to in between. So, kare to sushi desu. Don't forget desu. It's very polite. Okay? You could also add ga suki desu. And we've learned this before. Ga suki desu means I like, right? I like curry. Kare ga suki desu. Kare ga suki desu. I like curry. Kare ga suki desu. Again, this u in suki is kind of dropped. We don't really say suki. Suki. We don't really say it like that. It's more like skiing. You're going skiing. Suki desu. Suki desu. You could also say this bottom option. Kare ga ichiban suki desu. Kare ga ichiban suki desu. Kare, right? What does this mean? Well, it's pretty much the same as the top. right? The only difference is this word 一番. 一番. 一番 means the best, like number one. It's my number one. So this would mean I like curry the best, or I like curry the most, right? My absolute number one favorite is curry, right? カレーが一番好きです。一番好きです。And here are some responses to these, right? We have the typical そうですか. Try that. そうですか. Okay. そうですか. So desu ka, we've discussed this a lot in class before. It means something like, oh, really? Oh, I see. Is that so? It's a typical, you hear this all the time in Japanese. So desu ka. You could also hear this or say this. Watashi mo desu. Watashi mo desu. Right? The word watashi means I, and actually we're going to look at that a little more later at the end of this lesson. Watashi, I, or me. Mo, we've seen this before as well. Mo means to or as well, right? As well. And des is am or are, right? I am, he is, we are. Watashi mo desu. So if you're saying me, also, too, I guess it is, right? You're saying, oh, me too. Me too. Watashi mo desu. Watashi mo desu. Right? Me too. So if you hear, oh, I like curry the best or sushi the best, you can say, oh, me too. Watashi mo desu. Right? And that can go for a bunch of different situations. You can use watashi mo desu whenever you agree with something or you agree with someone's likes or dislikes, right? Watashi mo desu. Okay, let's try this one more time from the top. I'm just going to go down this list. 好きな料理は何ですか? Try saying these with me, right? 好きな料理は何ですか? カレーです。カレーと寿司です。カレーが好きです。カレーが一番好きです。そうですか。私もです。Actually, I really like curry. I've never had curry until I went to Japan and I tried Japanese curry. This is what Japanese curry typically looks like. It is delicious, very, very good. They almost always serve it with rice, and we call that curry rice, right? Kare rice. Often there's, a meat, some kind of beef or sometimes chicken in there. There's a curry restaurant, what is it? I forget the name. There's a curry restaurant that has all different kinds of curry flavors, like from really spicy to really sweet to in between. You can add, there's like a honey curry option, which is super good. They have super spicy curry that'll just melt your lips right off because it's so hot, but it's so delicious. That's probably one of my favorites meals in Japan, right? カレーが一番好きです. This is true for me, I will say. Okay, let us try now. Can do 12. So I have the website here, marugoto, a1.marugotoweb.jp. Okay, we're going to go to can do 12. Say what your favorite dish is, right? This is what we're learning today, your favorite dish. Okay. And by the way, if you're joining us a little later into the broadcast, don't worry, this is recorded and saved on Facebook, so you can always go back later. Just going to zoom in more. Okay, let's try this. Turn this on. Asking Miss Sato about her favorite dishes.
佐藤さん、好きな料理は何ですか？そうですね。うどんが好きです。そばは？はい、そばも好きです。ラーメンも好きですよ。
One more time. Let's see if we can break this down. Favorite dishes.
佐藤さん、
Okay, so this woman on the left is Sato-san, right? Miss Sato. 好きな料理は何ですか? This is our question for today. This is our main question. So if you're taking notes or if you're making flashcards, this is the phrase you want to write down. 好きな料理は何ですか? Right? Which basically means what kind of food do you like, or what are your preferred meals? What do you prefer to eat, right?
好きな料理は何ですか？そうですね。
そうですね。そうですね. This is a good phrase. You will use this when you want to buy some time, right? When you want to say, oh, let me think a little bit. Let me see, right? そうですね. This is a good phrase. うどんが好きです. Right? Udon. We talked about this a little bit ago. Udon. These are the kind of thicker noodles. Let me see if I can bring that up for you. These noodles, this kind of, it's served in a bowl, typically with maybe fried shrimp or something on top. Udon, right? Thicker noodles. Ga suki desu. And this is a phrase we've learned before. I like, right? I like udon.
うどんが好きです。そばは？
Okay, this is a great way to continue a conversation. You will say soba, you could say any meal, maybe kare, sushi, soba wa. This wa means like how about, okay? How about soba noodles, right? And again, going back to our textbook, right? This is what soba looks like, kind of thinner, usually cold noodles. Soba. How about soba? Soba wa?
はい、そばも好きです。
Hai, right? Hai, we know means yes. Hai, yes. Soba mo suki desu, right? Suki desu, we know means I like. We don't have ga this time, we have mo. Mo, remember, means also or as well, okay? So, I like soba as well. はい、soba も好きです。ラーメンも好きですよ。Okay? Ramen. We know ramen, right? This is ramen, like Japanese, what would you say? Noodle chicken soup. Like it has usually some meat in there, sometimes an egg or whatever. It's another noodle dish. Ramen. Mo. So ramen too, right? Two as well. 好きです. I like. And then she adds yo. Okay. Yo is interesting. You can add this on to the end of a sentence when you think you're giving new information. When you think you're giving information that the listener probably doesn't already know. Okay? It's okay, it's friendly, it doesn't have a kind of forceful meaning that it sounds like in English, right? When I explain this, it always sounds like yo is this forceful kind of sentence ender. But it's really not. It's many people use it all the time, even to strangers. Ramen mo suki desu yo. Oh, I also like ramen. Okay. Um, in the English translation here, the yo is not really translated. It really can't be translated because it has more of a feeling. This is more of a feeling like, oh, I'm giving you some information that I know that maybe you don't know. Okay. 好きですよ. So with practice and with exposure over time, you will really see how yo is used naturally in Japanese. Right now, don't worry about it. Just know that she's saying, oh, I like ramen as well. Okay.
ラーメンも好きですよ。
And there you have it. I'm going to take off the English and play it one more time. See if you can follow along. 佐藤さんに好きな料理の話を聞きます。
佐藤さん、好きな料理は何ですか？そうですね。うどんが好きです。そばは？はい、そばも好きです。ラーメンも好きですよ。
So here's a question. What does she like? What does she like? Right? What does she eat? She said what? Soba, ramen, udon. Right? She really likes noodles because all of these dishes involve some kind of noodle. So yeah, those are her 好きな料理, her favorite meals, her preferred meals. Let's try this video. Okay? You're eating breakfast, talk about what dishes you like.
好きな料理は何ですか？
カレーが好きです。
へえ、じゃあ夜食べましょう。
Okay, not too difficult. Let's try it one more time. Let's say sushi this time. I like sushi. Sushi が好きです。Right?
好きな料理は何ですか？
寿司が好きです。
へえ、じゃあ夜食べましょう。
はい。Right, those videos can be a little awkward. If you want to try this on your own later or at home, you can always go to this website, a1.marugotoweb.jp. This is where I find all of them. And then you just navigate to the food lesson, the food chapter, and then that was Can Do 12, right? Yes, that was Can Do 12. All right, moving on. Oh, we have some more dishes, right? We have pizza. Pizza. What do you think pizza means? Right? This is obviously pizza. Pizza, right? Pizza. F. This is probably the most well-known Japanese dish. Sushi. Sushi, right? Sushi. Sometimes people say osushi, but sushi is fine by itself, right? This is really just raw fish, raw slices of fish on white rice, pretty much. I know in America, when you picture sushi, you think of a sushi roll, right? Rice wrapped in seaweed with some kind of special thing inside. Yeah, that's also sushi. But when a Japanese person hears the word sushi, this is what they think of, right? Just a ball of rice with some raw fish on top. And G, we have G over here. Ramen. Ramen. Right, these are some thin noodles in a big bowl, usually with some kind of meat and greens and sometimes an egg. Love ramen. There's many different kinds of ramen. Go to Japan. Go to any Japanese restaurant. Any maybe izakaya, like a pub or whatever. They'll have some kind of ramen dish most likely. Okay, let's go down here to this dialogue. I'm gonna start on the top right. 今日は and you can repeat after me. 今日はどこで食べますか？今日はどこで食べますか？ Okay, take your time. 今日はどこで食べますか? Right, again, as we said before, 今日 means today. So today, the wa means like as for today. Hey, speaking of today, you know, どこで, so どこ, we said this before, means where, and で at, so where at. So today, as for today, where at 食べますか? 食べます to eat, right? And か is the question. Where do you want, basically in English, where do you want to eat today? Where do you want to eat today? Where will you eat today? Or where will we eat, right? There's two people here. You see two people, and they are discussing where they're gonna go out to eat. You have some mise, you have some shops here, some restaurants. And then the woman, I guess it's the woman, says, あの店で食べましょう. Ready? Slower. あの店で食べましょう. 食べましょう. Okay? あの means that, way over there. That one over there. Mise is a store or a shop, so that shop over there. Again, de means at, okay? So at that shop over there. 食べましょう. 食べましょう. This is a good phrase. For now, you should just memorize this as meaning let's eat, okay? Let's eat. 食べます means to eat. 食べましょう. Let's eat, okay? Let's eat at that shop over there. あの店で食べましょう. This person questions, ラーメンですか? ラーメンですか? Okay. Again, ramen is ramen. Desu ka? Is it? Is it something, right? Is it ramen? Is it a ramen store? Is it a ramen shop? Ramen desu ka? Right? And then she replies on the left, はい。あの店は美味しいですよ. Okay. はい。あの店は美味しいですよ. All right. はい, we know はい means yes. All right. あの店, so that shop over there. は, as for that shop over there. 美味しいですよ. 美味しい. Do we remember this word? It's been a while since we've done 美味しい. 美味しい means delicious, good tasting, right? In Spanish, delicioso, right? Rico or whatever. 美味しいですよ. It's delicious, you know. This yo, again, this yo at the end, I talked about it briefly before, means it's more of the feeling like, oh, I'm giving you some new info, all right? I'm telling you, that mise is good. That's delicious. That one over there, top notch. 美味しいですよ. 美味しい. And this person responds, じゃあ、そうしましょう. じゃあ、そうしましょう. Okay. じゃあ is really useful phrase. I use it all the time in Japanese. Means something like, well then. Okay. Well then. じゃあ、そうしましょう. そうしましょう. Basically translates to let's do that. Let's go with that. All right. Let's go there. そうしましょう. Let's do that. All right. Let's go through this one more time. Try to repeat after me. I'll go slow. 今日はどこで食べますか? あの店で食べましょう. ラーメンですか? はい。あの店は美味しいですよ. じゃあ、そうしましょう. Okay. So, where do you want to eat today? Let's eat over there at that restaurant. Is it a ramen restaurant? Yes, it's a delicious restaurant. Well then, let's do that. Okay, very simple conversation in Japanese. Again, as always, I say this all the time. If you are serious about learning Japanese, make flashcards. Write down these phrases. Study them. Practice them. Find a partner. Do these dialogues together. Okay, if you don't use it, right, you lose it. So just use it. That's my motivational speech for today. All right, let's try this activity, 77 to 88. Okay, we have, first of all, I want to talk about these words right here in the middle. Okay, 安いです. 美味しいです. 早いです. Okay, these are very positive words, actually. 安いです. 安い. We see a picture of Japanese money right here. Japanese money, and they are highlighting the 100 yen coin. If you don't know, the 100 yen coin is about $1. All right, it's very cheap. Okay, that is what 安い means. 安い cheap, inexpensive, not expensive, right? 安いです oh, it's cheap. 美味しいです we just talked about this one, right? It means, oh, delicious. It's delicious. It's good. And this one over here, the third one, 早いです 早いです look, he's looking at his watch and he's happy. That means fast, right? Oh, it's quick, it's fast. 早いです 早い right? 早いです So this activity here involves these pictures, so E, F, and G, as well as these pictures, A, B, C, D. So what I'm going to do is full screen this spread. Oh, that doesn't really change anything, but oh well. Okay, I'm going to full screen this so you see all your options. You might have to squint a little hard. We have, again, curry, hamburgers, udon noodles, soba noodles, pizza, sushi, and ramen. So these are your option choices, all right? We're gonna do a listening activity. You're gonna listen to these four people's preferences, I guess, preferences for restaurants. And then they're also going to say what each restaurant is like, okay? So either it's yasui, oishii, or hayai, right? Cheap, delicious, or quick. All right. So we have four situations here. Let me play number one. Let's let it load for a second.
1、田中さん、昼ご飯、今日はどこで食べますか？
あの店で食べましょ
ラーメンですか？
う。はい。あの店は美味しいですよ。
じゃあ、そうしましょう。
Okay. Were you able to catch the restaurant? I mean, they already wrote it for you, right? G, and then this is a Japanese katakana character, I, I, which, if you look over here, I, oishii desu. Okay. Let me play it one more time. See if you can catch it.
1、田中さん、昼ご飯、今日はどこで食べますか？
あの店で食べましょ
ラーメンですか？
う。はい。あの店は美味しいですよ。
じゃあ、そうしましょう。
Do you like my little acting skills? Yeah, so, right, this is pretty much our dialogue down here. He said, let's eat at that restaurant. She said, ramen desu ka? Is it ramen? Hai. Right? He said, oishii desu yo. Yes, it's delicious, right? So ramen is G, so they wrote G, and then oishii desu yo, right? Oishii desu is the middle one, the character I, the katakana character I. If you don't know katakana yet, I recommend learning katakana first. learn katakana, well, not first, but learn it eventually, right? Maybe learn hiragana first and then katakana, right? At least if you're the beginner level, if you already know that, move on to more difficult things like kanji. Anyways, number two, let's try number two together.
2、
河合さん、今日はどこで食べますか？
あの店で食べましょう。
寿司ですか？
はい。あの店は美味しいですよ。
じゃあそうしましょ
Did you catch which food, which restaurant? And did you catch the quality of the restaurant? Let's listen one more time.
2、
う。河合さん、今日はどこで食べますか？
あの店で食べましょう。
寿司ですか？
はい。あの店は美味しいですよ。
じゃあそうしましょ
Right? He said, sushi desu ka? Sushi. This is F, right? F. So number two, I would put F, And then why did she want to go there? 美味しいですよ。美味しいです。美味しいですよ, right? So again, this option in the middle, い, you would write the katakana character, い. Okay, let's try number 3.
3、
キムさん、今日は昼ご飯どこで食べますか？
あの店でカレー食べましょう。
カレーですか。
はい。早いですよ、あの店は。
じゃあ、そうしましょう。
Did you catch it? Let's try it again.
3、
キムさん、今日は昼ご飯どこで食べますか？
あの店でカレー食べましょう。
カレーですか。
はい。早いですよ、あの店は。
じゃあ、そうしましょう。
All right. How was that one? Did you get it? The answer is kare, right? Kare. A. So I would write A for number 3. And her reasoning was hayai. It's quick. It's fast. Hayai desu yo. So this is the katakana character u. So I would write u right here for number 3. Let's try number 4.
4、しんさん、今日はどこで食べますか？
そうですね。今日はあの店で食べましょう。
ハンバーガーですか？
はい。あの店は安いですよ。
じゃあ、そうしましょう。
Let's listen one more time, just in case you didn't catch it. Let's listen one more time.
4、しんさん、今日はどこで食べますか？
そうですね。今日はあの店で食べましょう。
ハンバーガーですか？
はい。あの店は安いですよ。
じゃあ、そうしましょう。
Hamburger desu ka? Hamburger desu ka? Right? B. So she said, oh, hamburger restaurant. B for number 4. B. And he said, what was the reasoning? Yasui desu yo. Yasui desu yo. This one right here, right? Katakana option a. This is a. Okay, so I would write a for number 4. Yasui desu yo. It's cheap. Maybe he was pointing to like McDonald's. And just so you know the word for McDonald's, this is a good word to know in Japan. Makudonaldo. Oh, it's too big. Let me. There we go. Makudonaldo. This is the word for McDonald's in Japan. You might be thinking, oh my gosh, that is like the longest word in the world for a restaurant name. But like many words in Japanese, they are often shortened. So we can shorten this too. There's 2 ways you can shorten this. One popular way is maku. Maku. Or makudo. Makudo. Yeah, so you maybe often hear these more than the full name, McDonald's. McDonald's. That is the most cumbersome shop name I have ever heard. McDonald's. All right, moving on. We have some time. So let's read a menu. ハンバーガーを食べましょう。ハンバーガーを食べましょう。We know this word, right? ハンバーガー is a hamburger or hamburgers. を食べましょう. So you know を食べます means to eat something. を食べます something を食べます I will eat it. 食べましょう when you have ましょう it always means let's do something. Let's eat in this case, right? Let's eat hamburgers. Let's have some hamburgers. ハンバーガーを食べましょう. So that's what that means. We have a menu here. I'm just going to go down the list. We have hamburger for 280 yen. That is not dollars, right? That would be ridiculous. What kind of hamburger is $280? This is in yen. 280 yen, right? 200 means 200. 80 means 80. En means yen, right? 280 en. If you don't know your numbers in Japanese, maybe go look for a numbers lesson online. There's many free number lessons, Japanese numbers lessons online. There's even charts. You could look up charts. But practice your numbers, right? This is 280 yen. 280 en for a hamburger. And if you're wondering how much that is in dollars, it is about $3, about 280. Pretty much. I always take the little invisible decimal point and just move it 2 places to the left. And that gives me the approximate dollar exchange from yen. How about this? Cheeseburger. Does anyone like cheeseburger? Right? This is obviously a cheeseburger for 300 yen. 300 yen. About $3. We have hot dog. Hot dog. This is obviously a hot dog, right? 280 yen. Oh, the same as the hamburger. Okay. Fried potato. Fried potato. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute. Those are French fries. Why are they calling it a fried potato? Well, you have to realize that French fries are made from potatoes, right? So in Japanese, they call it a fried potato, fried potato. Okay? You could also just say potato. Often, if you just say potato, it means French fries. 120 yen です. It is 120 yen, right? About $1.20. Ah, this is life for some people. Kohi, right? Life. Kohi, which is obviously coffee. You can have it in 2 options, hot or ice. Hot kohi, ice kohi, right? Hot coffee or iced coffee. And that goes for 150 yen. 150 yen. 150 yen, okay? Kocha. Kocha, this is black tea, English tea, if you will. Again, hot or ice. 150 yen, also 150 yen. You'll notice the rest of these drinks are just $1.50, 150 yen. Okay. We have orange juice, pretty simple, orange juice. Oh, and my favorite, cola. Cola, right? Soda. So this is maybe a typical menu. And here's the word for menu at the top, menu. Okay, menu, just for your convenience. We have some counting words here, okay? 一つ、二つ、三つ, okay? 一つ means one item, all right? This is a counting word, all right? One item. You have to memorize these. 二つ means 2 items, and 三つ means 3 items, okay? For now, in this lesson, just learn 一つ、二つ、三つ, okay? 1, 2, 3 items. Of course, there's, it keeps going. For now, we'll just learn 1, 2, and 3. Okay? I'm going to play an audio file. I want you to repeat each of these. They're going to count, basically. They're going to count these items. Let's let it load.
1、ハンバーガー1つ。2、コーヒー2つ。3、ホットドッグ2つ。4、フライドポテト3つ。5、コーラ1つ。6、チーズバーガー1つ。7、ハンバーガー3つ。8、オレンジジュース1つ。9、コーヒー3つ。10、紅茶2つ。
Okay. Were you able to repeat after the audio? Sometimes they're really fast, and you get a little flustered and you can't keep up. That's okay. Try it on your own a bunch of times until you get sick of it. Then replay the audio from this recording and try to catch up. Try to do it. So, what did you notice, right? In English, when we order something, normally we say like, oh, 1 hamburger, right? We say the number first and then the item, 1 hamburger. In Japanese, it's backwards, okay? Hamburger 1, please, right? French fries 2, please. Cola 3, please, right? That's how you do it in Japanese. So in Japanese, right, 1 hamburger would be ハンバーガー1つ. 2 coffees, コーヒー2つ, right? 3 French fries, フライドポテト3つ. Okay, so always put your counting numbers after the thing you are counting. Okay, let's see. Can do 14. What I'm going to do is skip ahead to this dialogue here. This is a kind of dialogue you will encounter when you go to a restaurant, usually a fast food restaurant in Japan. And you'll notice this is a McDonald's fast food restaurant, McDonald's or Macdo, right? The employee will say いらっしゃいませ. いらっしゃいませ, which basically means welcome, right? Welcome to my store. You, as the customer, can order with this right here. すみません。ハンバーガー1つください. Right? One more time. Try to repeat after me. すみません。ハンバーガー1つください. All right? We know すみません. Right? すみません. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Pardon me. Right? ハンバーガー hamburger 1つ 1 ください. Kudasai is very useful, very good phrase. Please give me, right? Or I will have this, right? I'll have 1 hamburger. Please give me 1 hamburger. I'll take 1 hamburger, okay? In English, there's many different ways to say it. In Japanese, it's all kudasai, all right? Hamburger 1つください. Right? Please give me 1 hamburger. And then the worker would say, はい、ハンバーガー1つですね. Here she is confirming. She's confirming the order. はい、ハンバーガー1つですね. The ですね means like, oh, right, you want this. You want 1 hamburger. Got it. ですね. Right? はい、ハンバーガー1つですね。どうもありがとうございます。どうもありがとうございます。Right? This is a very polite way of thanking someone, thanking the customer for ordering at their restaurant. どうもありがとうございます。Right? Usually they'll just say ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。Right? どうもありがとうございます is a very polite way of saying thank you. So let's go through this one more time. Try to repeat after me. I'll go slow. いらっしゃいませ。すみません。ハンバーガー1つください。はい。ハンバーガー1つですね。どうもありがとうございます。Right? Very, very polite way of ordering in Japan. So I don't think we have enough time to do this listening activity or the can do. So I might put it off till next week. What you can do at home is go to a1.marugotoweb.jp, look for can do 15, and actually I can just show you. So let's go to a1.marugotoweb.jp I'm gonna do the normal zoom. All right, so this should be the home page. Here we are doing food, right? The green topic. So go to food, hover over food, go to 15, can do 15. And here's some videos that you can watch and a let's try. So try that on your own. Let's call it homework. You have homework today, okay? So this would be just some can-dos that you can try based off of the dialogue that we just did. All right, for the remaining time, I want to go over a quick Bible verse in Japanese and English. All right, this is, of course, the Japanese Christian community of Miami. So what we like to do sometimes is just throw in some Christian content like this. This is a Bible verse, Luke 22:19. We're going to break it down. We're going to look at it in English and Japanese. I wrote out all the Japanese with the English pronunciations for your convenience, for those of you who cannot read the Japanese characters yet. So we're going to go through this together. If for your reference, here's the verse in English, Luke 22:19. We're talking about food, right? We're talking about food recently, so I thought I'd try to find like a food-related part of the Bible, like a food-related verse, and immediately my mind went to the Last Supper, communion, right? The communion with Jesus and his disciples. This is a verse from communion. Okay, Luke 22:19, and he took bread, gave thanks, broke it, and gave it to them, saying, "This is my body given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." So Jesus is talking, right? Yesu. Jesus is talking to his disciples, to his followers, and he's breaking bread. He's giving them bread. In this case, later he gives them drink. And this is in remembrance. This is to remember him later because he's about to die. He's going to die later on. So what I want to do is kind of break the Japanese down. それから let's read it once through together. それからイエスはパンを取り、感謝の祈りを唱えて、それを裂き、人たちに与えて言われた。これはあなた方のために与えられる私の体である。私の記念としてこのように行いなさい。Okay. All right, so let us break this down very quickly. それから、and I'm going to see if I can match these together. それから means and then, or basically and then, right? So if I was to give a background for that, I would just say and in English, right? In English, we just say and then. それから。イエスは, so, right? は means as for. So as for Yesu is Jesus. So as for Jesus, right? In English, we just say he, because he was probably mentioned earlier somewhere. He, okay? Very, very different wording, right? Between English and Japanese. Pan. Oh, Spanish speakers, Portuguese speakers, French speakers. We all know this word. Pan, right? Bread. This is the word for bread. Let's do another color. How about a dark blue? So bread. He took the bread, right? Took in Japanese, toru, torimasu. And we need this particle o next to the thing that he took. So he took what? He took the thing next to o. So o totte, tori, right? And I'll make it this color. So took will be this. You can already see how different the word order is, right? And he took bread. And Jesus bread took, right, in the Japanese. So next we have kansha. Kansha means thanks. However, in Japanese it says he prayed a prayer of thanks. He prayed a prayer of thanks. In English, we would say he gave thanks, right? So I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna highlight gave thanks. And so this te on the end of tonaete means and. So I'm just gonna highlight that as well. Do that, okay. Took the bread, gave thanks. He broke it. Sore refers to the bread, okay, but that's not really, oh, it is, it, right, it. So we could highlight that. Soreo, that would just be it. Sore usually means that, but sometimes can mean it, right? Broke. So this word is interesting. Saku, sakimasu, really means like to slice or to cut. In English, we say broke it, like he took his hands and he just, broke it into. Saki, the Japanese is more like slice, right? Like you were slicing it in half. Okay, he broke it. This form that is in saki, the ki means and, so I'm also gonna highlight the and here in the dark green because it goes with broke and. Next we have shito. Shito means disciple or follower. When you add tachi, it means many, so more plural, right? Many followers, his disciples, right? There's plural. So I'm just gonna highlight that as yellow, right? Shito tachi, and them. In this case, they're not explicitly listed as disciples, but they're listed as them. Okay, we're running out of time, so I'm going to kind of hurry it up, pick up the pace here. Ni means two. In this case, ni means two. Two. Okay. I wonder if this highlighting thing helps anybody. I'm not sure. Gave in Japanese, ataete, ataeru, right? And gave, so a darker orangey-ish color. I'm gonna add it. The it refers to bread, but I don't want to go back and highlight that again. Okay. Saying. Next we have the verb iimasu, right? It's in a special form, iwareta. Basically means saying, right? Saying in this case, right? These forms can do many things. All right, so wow, we just did the first part. And he took bread, gave thanks, and broke it, and gave it to them, saying, right? それからイエスはパンを取り、感謝の祈りを唱って、それを裂き、人たちに与えて言われた。So now we have the words of Jesus. This is, and if you don't know, this is a like quotation mark in Japanese, this little symbol right here. これは、これ means this. And again, wa as for. As for this, right? In English, I will say this. Okay. This is my body. Again, the word order is going to be really changed up here. Anata gata means you all. So y'all, you could say y'all, you all, anata gata. For you. In English, it just says you. Okay. For you all is the basic meaning. No tame ni. In English, I would say this means for the benefit of, right? For you. Okay. And then 与えられる私の体である. This is given, right? Again, we're going straight backwards. It's completely backwards from English. Given. 与えられる. In this case. Sorry, I keep going back and forth. I don't mean to make anyone seasick. Watashi is I or me. And when you add no, it makes it my or mine. And we're really running out of time, so I'm going to quickly just do that. My body, right? Body, the word for body is karada, and that is written there, right? Karada. Karada. De aru. De aru is basically des. It's a special form of des. Let's do like a gray. In English, it would mean is. Is. Okay. Is. This is my body given for you. これはあなた方のために与えられる私の体である。And we are really running out of time, so I'm just going to quickly do this last part. Do this in remembrance of me. Do this in remembrance of me. That last part would be 私の記念. So 私の, right, means my. My what? My 記念. Kinen is an interesting word. It means, I guess in this case, remembrance. In memorial, right? In remembrance. Toshite means like as. So as a remembrance, as a memorial, as my memorial, as my remembrance, right? Kono yoni is a good phrase meaning in this way, right? Like this, in this way. It's not really written in the English that I've provided here, but it means basically in this way, right? Okonai nasai, okonai nasai. Okonai nasai is a verb, okonau, meaning to do, basically to put into motion, to put on, right? Nasai is a command form. Do it, okay? So put this remembrance on in this way. Do this remembrance in this way, okay? Basically, that's Luke 22:19 in Japanese and in English. I'm sorry it took so long. I didn't expect it to go a little over time. We are ending right on 10:55. Right after this, as I said before, there's a trilingual Bible study in Japanese, English, and Spanish. If you want to practice any of those languages, go ahead and stick around on Facebook. We will be doing a live stream of that, some songs, some study like we did here of the Word of God in English, Japanese, and Spanish. All right, stay safe, guys. Thank you for watching. See you next week, hopefully.